Hi guys, welcome to Andy Styles Boutique. I'm Angela and this is where I craft. If you're new here, welcome. If you're a repeat viewer, welcome back. If you're a subscriber, mwah, thank you guys. Thank you for rocking with us. We love you. So today's video is going to be on tumbler toppers. We're going to make something like this, definitely on a different tumbler, but the process is going to be the same. I got a request from one of my members in my crafting designers group, and she asked for a video on it, so here we go. So before we jump into it, if you like what we do here, please consider subscribing to the channel. If you have any questions, leave them down below. I will do my best to answer them. So the tumbler we're going to do is this one here. I created this tumbler from scratch, and there's some videos on my channel on how I do my tumblers, if you want to go back and look at those. All right, so let me adjust this a little bit. All right, here we go. I feel a little, let's see, I want to get a good angle. There we go. You guys don't necessarily need to see me, but here I am. So first things first, you create the tumbler that you want, whatever design you want, and we're going to set that to the side. Now the top that I use is this one, like this. So what I'll do is I'll create the top, and then we'll put a straw in there, you know, so the person can use it to drink out of. Because once you create the designs on the tops, I don't see anyone trying to drink out of the cup without a straw. So some of the items you'll need to do this, I created these. This is just a tumbler, a coaster for a tumbler, and I created these. I bought a mold and I make them myself. Versus, you can buy them, but I just wanted to make them myself because you have leftover epoxy, so on and so forth. So I just like to go ahead and position it, see where I want it in here, see how it's gonna look. And I do decorate these with glitter because I don't know, me looking up under the cup, you know, seeing all that, just, I don't know, I'm just weird like that though. So you'll also need to clean your lid. Now this little lid here has been through, it's picked up some dust, it's picked up some epoxy pieces, it's picked up whatever. So I like to go in and clean it, and I'm just using a disinfectant wipe. You can use your Clorox wipes, you can actually put them in Dawn dish soap and clean them. Now see, that looks much better. So yeah, you want to make sure you get anything extra off of there so you can have a clean surface. You can use, I guess, alcohol, whatever, you know, whatever you use to clean, just go ahead and make sure you get it good and clean. And because you want a good surface to start out on anyway. I'm going to clean it with another one because, I don't know, to me it just seems like the dirt is moving and rotating. So I'm going to get a fresh one and just clean it off. I let it air dry, and then, you know, we're going to set this to the side as well because we don't need that right now. So the next thing, it's my trash can. Oh, it moved away. Anyway, the next thing I do is I take whichever one of these, you clean these too. You want to get anything that's off of them, because what I do is I make my items and then I'll leave them. I have them sitting around and so on and so forth. So I have to, I have a pink one and a green one. I think I'm going to use the green one because it fits a little more to the thing that I have. So the next thing I do is you're going to need ice pieces. So these ice pieces I purchased at Michael's, but I purchased this little chocolate mold also from Dollar General, and I made some ice cubes for that. So these are the Dollar General ice cubes, and these are the ones that came in the container from Michael's. Michael's also has crushed ice cubes, which is these right, whoopsie, sorry, these right here. All right, so you can use either of those. You just basically whatever you want to do. And the other thing you're going to need is some UV resin. Now, I use this, and most of you that are familiar with UV resin, you know that you can take this, put it on, put it under a lamp, and then let it sit. It's beautiful outside, it's sunny outside. I like to take advantage of the sun when I'm doing UV resin. So it just tends to be less work for me, and you know, I can take it out, sit it out for 30 minutes or so and forget about it. All right, so let's try to build our, the other thing, you're gonna need some fruit or whatever topper you want to put on your cup. So what I like to do is, like I said, I like to lay my pattern out just to see what I'm gonna have and how I'm gonna make it work on here. Now this is the ice that I made from the Dollar Tree mold, and I just sit in here and I just go and build whatever you're wanting for your design. I don't really like to have them hanging off of my coaster, because I'm not, you know, if I make it too big, I'm not going to be able to put it in here for it to sit right. And you know, this has to go back in the cup. So if I'm I don't know, it's just me being weird, you guys. I'm sure that's just me being weird. So yeah, so we can use these ice pieces, or I can use these ice pieces, which they're way bigger. They're a lot bigger, but they're taller. And I guess I could have stacked these on top of each other if height was what I was after. Yeah, I could have done that to get me some height. Like I said, first thing, this is the part that takes the longest. Deciding what I'm going to do and how I'm going to do it. So I could do this way and then start building the ice tower. I'm gonna call it a tower. So this is what I could do. I could do this, and then the next thing you want to do is figure out where you want your fruit. So we could do this. Now this epoxy that I use, it's not giving my ice a clear, it's not clear, so I don't know. I mean, it looks clear, but I guess when I put it down on top of each other, it doesn't look clear. All right, so just build a little piece here. And yeah, they fall down. You have to keep picking it up. All right, that could be my ice tower. Yeah, so I'm gonna go with that. Now I just have to remember how I built it so when I get ready to, so that I think I'll put the watermelon on. I have a lime that I can put on, and we're gonna do a strawberry. That one's too big, I think. And we're gonna do a strawberry. So now the trick is for me to remember how I built it. So let me put these back. So I'm using the mold, the ice from the mold that I purchased from Dollar General. Now I just need to grab my E6000. Now this is a tube of E6000 that I have not taken good care of. It clouds up at the top, and then it causes, it doesn't want to come out. But I'm not going to get rid of it because this stuff is not cheap. So I'm going to try to clean it off and get my see if I can get the glue to come out. Give me a second. This is really simple, y'all. I don't know why I put it off so long. I don't know why I procrastinated so long with not with doing these. So I'm just sticking this bobby pin that I broke in half. And I stuck that in there to see if we can get some leeway. So I'm gonna take my tower down, and I'm gonna put the glue on the bottom of my coaster, car coaster. These are, I think they call them car coasters, or I just call them coasters for my tumblers. I don't know. So I'm just gonna put that there. And I do use E6000. I press it down to try to get a good adhesion here. That is going to be one of the things that may make you want to scream, is getting the glue to adhere, because what I ran into was the glue. I would try to go and mess with it before it was actually solid or solidified. So there's a base, and I'm just going to stack this one here between the first two. Okay, and we're going to put this one on. That one's going to go there. I'm going to stick this on here. I'm going to try. And I'm going to build that one there. Okay. Just making sure I have what I need here. This one doesn't want to stick like it needs to, so I'm just going to add some more glue. And press it down. Now I have some, as you can see, I have some spaces in here. Well, maybe you can't see. Let me lower you a little bit. But anyway, I have some spaces in here. So I can use this to, I can put my watermelon slice here. Or here. No, we're going to put it up on here. So I can put my watermelon slice there. And then I had my lime slice, which, all right, so that's why I was saying this part is the part that's most not aggravating, time consuming. So we're going to put our lime there. Got to figure out where Mr. Strawberry is going to go. And the lime is going to go there. All right, so we're going to try to put our strawberry here. I don't know if I should put this on the strawberry or on the piece of ice. So the strawberry's there, and it is moving. Yes, it's moving, but it's not moving like, I'm gonna put our, it's not moving like to where it's just like, so where I'm not considering my, what am I trying to say, my mouthpiece, because you got to consider that. So this watermelon piece, see, it fell off. That's, like I said, that's one of the things that just irks me, because when you move it, it has to be able to dry. And this one, I don't know. We're going to put some more glue on it. Now, once I get everything in place and I start to, and it starts to stay, then I can go and do the resin. But I can't get to the resin until I get this part done. So if that makes any sense. So we're gonna put our watermelon like that. And you can do this, it's no right or wrong. You might see me doing this and you're like, oh my God, I just gotta replicate it exactly like, no you don't. Everybody is an artist and we have our own form. Okay, so make sure that you don't use what someone else does as a guide for how your stuff should look. This is just teaching. We're just teaching, and it's just, you know, ideas. So hopefully what I do sparks creativity in somebody else. So this is the topper, and I'm okay with it, but I'm gonna try. Let's see. You can also fill it in with other little pieces, this little crushed ice. So I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna try to put some of these little crushed ice pieces on here to give it a little filler. So all of this is fine. It's all filled in, but right here we have some space. So what I try to do is I like the bigger pieces if I can get them to work. If not, I use what I can. Oh, nope, don't you fall. You have to stay. Strawberry, you have to stay. And like I said, it will move around. So just put I'm just going to put the glue here. And whatever pieces I can get to fit in there, that's what we're going with, okay? And you probably should, and I probably should be using something other than my hand to try to put this up here. But I'm too far gone now. If I had been thinking correctly, I would have gotten some tweezers or something. All right, this little piece here, well, that's good. Now you can come up. I can come up. All right, you guys see it? All right, that's it. Now I'm gonna put some pieces over here too because there's some space there, and I'm just trying to clean, you know, make sure it looks as realistic as possible. But here again, you just want to make sure that you get the design you want and just go with it. Just go with it. All right, so this is the tumbler topper. I'm gonna try to move it, but if it falls apart, y'all might see me cry. But this is the tumbler topper. Now what I have to do is make sure that it is dry. So when I make a tumbler topper, I let them sit at least 24 hours, at least. Because I told you my story where I went in and I moved it too quick, and that was not cool. Now, if you wanted to, or if I wanted to, I could add more ice on here, but I'm cool with the way it looks. So I'm gonna try to lift this up so y'all can actually see it. All right, y'all see it? So that's the watermelon, the strawberry, oopsie, and the lime and the extra pieces of ice. So yeah, that's it. It's that simple. Like I said, the longest part for me, other than letting it sit overnight and dry, is the actually figuring out where I want things. But yeah, I hope you guys, yeah, try it. Give it a try. Oh, the last part. Sorry. So the last part is once this dries and it sits overnight, I take and I glue the, no I don't, I'm sorry. I will, and I'll do this on, well, I can't. But once this dries, I go in and I coat it with resin. I'll pour my resin on it, and I'll spread it on. That's why this is so shiny. I'll spread it on for that shiny effect. And then once the resin has cured, and like I said, I like to sit it outside after, if it's sunny. So that's putting that together. My next step is going to be adding my resin. I do take a paintbrush though and paint over. I will paint. You know what? Let's try it. I'm hoping that I don't regret this later. So my resin I just put on. Oh, let's see. Hold on. Let's see. I'm trying to think of what I want to sit it on. We'll sit it on here because it has a handle and I can take it directly outside. So I'm breaking my rule because, like I said, I normally just let this sit 24 hours before I do this part, but I'm gonna sit it outside, so hopefully I won't regret this. So I just pour my resin on and paint. Take the paintbrush and just go down to spread your resin evenly. And I said, like, it's gonna give it a nice shiny coat. It also helps to adhere the like if you have, like I have the spaces here, it will help that adhere to and it'll harden, and I won't have to worry about it not being or falling apart as my customer or whoever uses it. This one, the cup that I showed you guys, I did I cut the tail of that off because I didn't like it. It was like really weird long, so I took it off. So I'm just holding everything in place, trying to put the resin on, and you see it's drip. Well, you may not be able to see it, but it does drip down, so that helps me too to spread it like it needs to be spread. And I'm just going in here, touching it up. The resin gives your fruit a nice shiny coat. This resin I got out of Michael's. I really like it. I probably should find some better resin or bigger or whatever, but I like this one. It does what I need it to do. So I'm gonna hold my little strawberry and coat the leaf. All right, so after you put your glue in, and like I said, I normally let it sit 24 hours, but for the sake of this video, I'm gonna go ahead and do it, and we'll sit this outside for 30 minutes. Once I sit it outside and it stays and it's cured, and I'm not gonna record this part, but I will tell you my next step is me going and gluing it onto the top with my E6000. All right, so this is ready to go outside. So I'm gonna take it outside and let it sit for 30 minutes. If I remember, I'll come back and I'll show you how I glue it onto the top. I'm gonna show you that. I'm gonna show you how I do that. So after 30 minutes, I'm gonna come back and we'll just affix it to the top, and then I'll sit it over and I'll let it sit to it's secure. So I'm back and I have allowed my topper to completely set. As you can see, everything's in place, nothing's moving, nothing is sliding, and I still have the lip there for the straw. So what I do is I place it on my lid, get off any strays or stragglers, and then I see where I want to sit it. And I'm going to sit it right there. Now they do have 3 different sizes of this car coaster, but I use this size. Well, I have all 3, so it just depends on what I grab, honestly. So let's get this E6000, and I do put it on with E6000. Having a lot of oopsies today. Not really a fan of oopsie days, but they are a part of life, I know. So as I said, I just put the E6000 on. I just cover it until it's enough, or I think it's enough, where it's going to give me good adhesion. So let's put that on like that. I can't wait until I'm done with this E6000, this glue. All right, so then I just take it and I just sit it here. Press it down. Just let it sit and finish up. All right, guys, I hope you learned something. Thank you for watching. Again, if you're not a subscriber, please consider subscribing. If you like this video, please hit the like button. If you know someone that could benefit from the video, please share it. Thank you. Happy crafting.